Hi everybody, it's Rachel from Sage. I'm back with another eyeshadow tutorial on the What's Up Beauty Dragon Eye palette, which is smashingly beautiful, and I hope I do it justice today. So let's get into it. Now, I don't normally worry about fallout, as you know, but this is a little trick I thought I might show you today. I do this sometimes on clients. So I just get a bit of Vaseline or Aquaphor or something like that that's emollient, and you put it on the under eye area and you cut a cotton pad in half and you just stick it there. It can help you do a liner if you want to. It also helps stop fallout onto the cheeks, the top of the cheeks there. And because I'm going to be using lots of the shimmer shades in here today, then I thought it might be something to show you to help you with your application. And this doesn't feel uncomfortable because it's just a cotton pad. So, you know, and also all good for the under eye area when you've got extra hydration there. Now I'm going to go in with this shade here. All right, you can see it's a neutral shade to start with. It's called Creature. And I've got a fluffy brush. I'm going to do something quite different today to my usual procedures. You can see that that cotton pad is already catching some colour. This also helps with the shape of your makeup. So if you are thinking, oh, I'm not getting the right line, this also helps. I'm going in now with the colour Smoke, that one there. Same brush, focusing on the outer third of the eye. See how that's catching that fallout. It means if you're a bit, like particularly if you've got arthritic hands and you feel that you've not got great control, or that you're a beginner, then this is also a really good way to help prevent your makeup, your eyeshadow looking untidy. It saves time as well, of course. Okay, so that's enough for that. And you'll see what I mean. See that? How it's just created that. That's a natural look. You could put mascara on and leave it at that. So I've just used the two mattes there. Now I'm pulling my eye up a bit because I have, you know, age-related recession of the eye into the eye socket. It does create that dip, and I'm trying to get rid of that. So that's what I'm doing now. Because I'm going to go in with mostly shimmers over this matte look, I'm going to use a black eye primer today. Now I've actually finished one of these Pro Primers from LA Girl in the neutral shade, like the beige. And this is the black one, exactly the same formula. You could use this as an eyeliner, but it's got a pretty thick crayon-y end to it. But pigment, wow, it's everything. So the reason why I'm doing this is because duochromes, multichromes particularly, look better on a dark base. And of course, this can be achieved with a black shadow, but a black shadow is not as easy to control as a shadow stick like a black powder shadow, or in this case, a black primer. If you have a cream black, maybe in a contour palette or something that you've got, then that can do the same thing. And you can make your own cream shadow with a powder shadow. You just get some, well, I like MAC Fix Plus to do it. Actually, I've got Inglot Duraline to do it as well, which is a specialty makeup mixing product. But you can use water. Seriously, you can use water. Just make sure that it is deionized water, or at least it's boiled and filtered properly, because, you know, it's the eye area. You want it to be hygienic. So I'm just taking a little bit of care, trying to stop and check that my cut crease is as neat as I can get it. And of course, this could be done with a brush as well. You see what I mean? It's quite thick. Now on camera, this will look all right. But in person, it's quite theatrical. So definitely not your everyday setup here. Not my everyday setup either. So I'm now using it to tightline. It's really easy to do that with because you've got such a big surface area on the edge here. Now, whilst it's still tacky, I'm going to get the eyeshadow on. On the under eye area, I'm going to use this one. I really like this one as an eyeliner. Got a really small brush here. Right, get my iPad again. This is a case of trusting the process, folks, because concealer and other makeup will improve the line. And with textured skin, you know, you have to take that into consideration as well. Because I'm a firm believer in you wear whatever makeup you want at whatever age you are. Does not matter what age you are. If you want to wear it, you wear it. Because, you know, what have we got all this beautiful makeup for if not to wear it? But can you see, I hope you can see, that there is a really deep green. Maybe it's a different colour to you, but it's a really deep green for me, like a real forest green. Going to do a different colour on the lid, mobile lid. I'm going to use the colour that's called Magic, a very emollient shimmer, this one. It has its own oil base, I would suggest. All right, let's tap it on. Now on the other eye, I'm going to do it on a white primer or a light primer to show you the difference. Totally different on the eye to what it looks like in the pan, huh? But look at that. Isn't that cool? I think that's really cool. The black primer helps it stay put too, because it's quite tacky. Just smoothing out that edge there a little bit more. To me that looks green. All right, let's try a different shade. Let's go in with the shade. Let's go in with the shade Fierce. This one here, I'll just flip my brush over. Same very emollient formula as the Magic. Let's pop that. Oh, there you go. That's pretty. So that's catching the light where it falls. And I'm just pressing it in, pressing. And this is like a super thin brush, as you can see. Very old. Okay, apart from a little bit of cleanup here in the corner, I'm almost done. So I'm just going to buff that out by tapping in a little bit of Fire. Yeah, let's go with Fire. This is a topper shade, this one. Whoo-wee. Okay, buffing that out. That really does look like dragon skin. Who wouldn't love a dragon? That is the mythological creature that I wish really was true. I don't know. I guess it's my love, my obsession with dinosaurs and reptilian creatures generally. And the notion that dragons are, you know, to me, in that sphere. Oh, shouldn't have done that. Easily fixed. Just get it off with the clean finger, not the dirty finger. Oh wow, that's amazing. Okay, so I'm just going to go back in with that original neutral shade, Creative. Yeah, Creature. God, what am I talking about? I do love that. That really is very dragon-esque. Yeah, they look really good once I've got other makeup on. So now I'm putting on a neutral base. This is MAC Paint Pot, of course, in Painterly. This is the everyday primer for me, like literally every day. I'm not kidding. So I've put mascara and some concealer and a half lash on. Just some magnetic ones. That definitely helped, didn't it? So I'm going to do exactly the same colour scheme on this eye. Starting with this one again. I'm not going to go through these steps because you've already seen them, but you'll see the result. All right, so I've got my brush again and I'm going to go in with the shade Scales as the under eye eyeliner, the lower lash line. I don't mind taking my eyeliner down a bit. It actually hides a few crinkles. If your shade that you're using has a deep black colour base. Let's see the difference. so far. It's brighter, isn't it? That's the same colour on a black base and a neutral base. So let's see now the other colours, see how they perform. Look at the difference. That is something. Now we're getting some fallout. So I'm going to be creating that crease with the shadow, not the primer this time. I mean, you could go in and use a concealer over your matte shadows. You could use the primer back over the top of the matte shadow, of course, to do a proper cut crease. But I'm just lazy. And cut creasing, this is my cheats way of doing it anyway. If I had perfectly smooth eyelids, I'd probably do it more. So that, right, is that over here. Look at the difference. Transparent base, black base. The same shade. That tells me that there are a lot of colours, a lot of undertones in that particular multi-chrome. It has to be a multi-chrome. So over the top of that, I went in with Fierce. Let's try that. That's fairly similar. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the fire shade on the inner corner like I did this one. It's that one in the pan, palette, whatever. Okay, so tap, press, wrap around. I'm going to try and get some of that fallout off first. That's what happens when you forget to put the cotton pad back there. Colour change happening on the eyelid according to the light, according to my skin chemistry perhaps. I'm going back in for a second dip with this shade, which I didn't do on the other eye. Okay, I'm just going to buff and blend now. So I'm not going to do the rest of the face because this is about the eye look today. So I have put on mascara, lashes. I've used a half lash Ardell magnetic one over here. Okay, it's quite a long one. And I've used an Ardell Wispy with glue over here, 122 this is, just a half. So I've got the same mattes on underneath. I've used the same coloured shimmers, but the transparent base on this one and the black base on this one. I think you can really see the difference now between the two. Perhaps not so much on the under eye, but certainly on the upper mobile lid. Anyway, I hope you like this. I hope this has given you some ideas about what to do with your shimmers and how to use them. And thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.